Herbal supplements, elderberry presented through the TC group 10. Next slide, please. Product names. Scientific name, Sambucus canadensis, was widely employed as a medicine herb, and also it's a part honeysuckle family. One of the most common names are common elder, European elder, sambucol, sweet elder, sambucus, elderberry, immune support, black elderberry, cold and flu relief. Next slide, please.
You can find elderberry in a variety of different dosage forms. One of the most common would be found as a syrup, but it can also be found as lozenges, capsules, tinctures, effervescent tablets, gummies, and elderberry extracts. Elderberry is often combined with other vitamins and minerals that are involved in immune support, such as vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D, and echinacea. Next slide.
So the most common indication of elderberry is to reduce symptoms of influenza, swine flu, and the common cold. It does this by clearing excess mucus and congestion. Elderberry manufacturers also claim that it exhibits antioxidant properties and immunostimulant effects, which could also help shorten the duration of cold symptoms. It's been touted as a diuretic and has potential laxative effects, and it's also been studied as a remedy for gingivitis. Next slide, please.
So for effectiveness between each of those indications, there's different levels of effectiveness. For influenza, elderberry extracts can improve influenza symptoms in otherwise healthy adults. Research has shown, though, it did not reduce the duration of symptoms. On the other hand, with the common cold, there was evidence showing that it could reduce duration and severity of existing colds. However, it was not proven as an effective prophylactic to the common cold. The reduction in symptoms and severity included that mucus clearing effect. Elderberry has also been shown to potentially help with gingivitis, but the research was kind of infringed on with the treatment including other gingivitis treating medications. In the study, it was shown to help, but alone, singularly, elderberry, it's unknown whether or not it helps with gingivitis. And then additionally, this compound has been referred to as a diuretic, but there are no current studies that have investigated this property. Additionally, elderberry has been referred to as a safe and gentle laxative. The study that we looked at noticed that it was particularly effective for chronic constipation. And then lastly, as an antioxidant or immunostimulant effect, experimental evidence does show that elderberry can protect against oxidative stress on a cellular level. Also, elderberry promotes protective enzyme function and inhibits promotive enzyme function in regards to carcinogenesis.
The oral ingestion of ripe elderberry at levels typically found in food is ruled to be likely safe. Unripe elderberries, elderberry leaves, and elderberry stems can contain a cyanide-producing chemical, so consuming a large amount of unripe elderberries can be toxic. Cooking the elderberries is an effective way at removing this toxin. Next slide. So some of the adverse effects you can experience from elderberries are nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea if you consume unripe elderberry stems or leaves. The pollen and elderberry extracts may cause an allergic reaction that can be characterized by difficulty breathing and swelling of the nose. And Weakness, dizziness, numbness, or stupor may result from consuming unripe elderberry, elderberry stems, or leaves.
You can find elderberry products over the counters in many stores. It's come in a few different forms, such as vitamin gummies and capsules, mouthwash, fizzy drinks, and syrups. Adults and children should take the recommended doses with water and food. For capsules, adults should take up to 1200 milligrams by mouth daily for up to 2 weeks. For the syrup, adults should take 15 ml, 1 tablespoon, 4 times daily for 5 days. For other form, use as directed on product packagings. Next slide, please.
So in summary, elderberry may reduce cold and flu symptoms, but it does not appear to be effective as a prophylactic measure. For the flu symptoms, it did not show it was able to shorten the duration of symptoms. However, it was for the common cold. So that's just something to keep in mind. You do already have to be also exhibiting symptoms in order for it to be effective. And then it has not been shown to be effective in treating gingivitis, nor is an effective diuretic. Unripe elderberry can be toxic, and it does have some adverse effects to be conscious of. And then there's currently no USP verified elderberry products available over the counter, and there are only 2 NSF certified companies with elderberry products available. So those are the Ollie brand, and then Mommy's Bliss also has NSF certified elderberry components. So all of these things we're just keeping in mind as we're talking to patients and making recommendations for elderberry syrup. It can be effective in certain scenarios, but is not something to be used consistently. And then here are some of our references, and references concluded. Thank you.